This fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. This fielded at the 2. And Javon Austin, he's going to go. The 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen now on first down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. To throw again on second down. Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Here's Allen on first and 10. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Allen from the gun on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Elliott. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. For Zeke, one of the first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 38, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Good work. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down, Elliott. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
To throw is Prescott. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
56.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bills nothing.
Middle. Check nickel. Top 52. Alert. Hey, home.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Third and long.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. On third and long, it's Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Now Elliott. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Matt Milano in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Singletary to get the drive started. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, does it bring in your tight end, keep him in? Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
First down, Buffalo.
Round 80. Come on, pass 85, pass 85. Pass 85, pass 85.
Shit. Watch twist.
On 1st down, Allen. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Open man here is Foster. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
To throw on 3rd down, Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Matt Milano in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
From the 39, Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch the pass. 58, boys, 58. 58.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
56, 56.
Kill. Turn up.
25, check 25, check 25.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flush to his right. He's going to go. They've got his man. Complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Tight dog.
Alert!
Check 24.
Alert!
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
A gain of 14.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Got an open man. It's Foster. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Buffalo.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Kill.
Middle.
Allen to throw once more. Going to throw deep for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's second down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or other.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. That will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Check, crunch, crunch.
Regular. Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler, Byron Jones.
A Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the Bills' 42-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Again, it's Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
58 to Mike.
There we go, kill.
All day.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Let's make these 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 31. Switch. Alert flare. Check.
To throw, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen forced out to his left. And that's complete to Croft. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. An interesting and intriguing decision. DBs on the field, despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Dancing to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to go for a big play down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check.
Hey, watch this. Regular.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB. And he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Let's go, defense.
Come.
Check.
Middle.
Check. Slay.
Half.
Check right.
Hey, look.
And watch that. And watch the ball. Tighten up.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Check 26.
He finds his target, John Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Check safety. Watch the twist. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Alert.
Show it up. Turn up. Kill.
Now Allen again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big run that time by Elliott. 41 yards on the ground. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. He's got a first, and I think the ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3. Watch out. Undercut. 5 wide. Check 3.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. That's caught by Montgomery. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Kill. Wide. Get wide. Big dash. Come.
56.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, hold.
We got double up.
And again, it's Allen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight.
Check. Lucky.
Pass 85.
Now Allen to throw again. And the grab by Croft. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Right there, 54.
5 wide.
Check. Jam.
Stop.
Slam.
Pass.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Regular.
Check 43.
Now Allen operating from the gun. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Complete to Jason Witten. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the play there. The Cowboys have a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Brings up 3rd down.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Dallas, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.